Welcome back to another episode of Mostly Michigan Beer Reviews. I'm your host James. Today we're going to be reviewing Righteous by Rochester Mills. It is an Irish-style red ale aged in bourbon barrels. And as I said in the previous episode, this is part of a special 4-pack with 4 different beers, 1, 2, 3, 4, aged in bourbon barrels. So before we get started, let's go see where Rochester Mills Brewing Company is located. That's where Rochester Mills Brewing Company is located. And I urge you to go back and look at the previous episode, which I'd say is part 1 of 4 of this little series. And also, let's take a look at this can, man. Here's can. Righteous. Again, it's following that wood grain motif with this little 4-pack Irish style red ale aged in bourbon barrels. Rochester Mills Brewing Company. Come on this side real quick. Get some better lighting that way. And we see in this. Put it on our side, unfortunately. This is batch 510 Irish style red ale. 6.8% ABV by volume. And IBUs are 19. Then it tells the proprietary malts and hops. And again, if you haven't seen the first episode, it is aged in copper-aged bourbon whiskey oak barrels. And the bottom, best by 323.17, beercodes.com. There we are. Righteous. That was the label art. Same as the other 4. Different name. The wood grain is a different color, if you have not noticed. And let's read about it again real quick. Batch number 510. The base beer is a Rochester Red Ale, or a Irish Red Ale is the style. ABV is 6.8% alcohol by volume. And the IBU is 19. So it's not very bitter at all. The proprietary 5 malt blend in this specific beer is Pilsner malt, dark crystal, biscuit, aromatic, and wheat malt. And the featured hops are the same as the last beer. If you don't watch the episode, please do. Magnum and Michigan Mount Rainier. So that's interesting. Just crack it open. You know, I don't have a lot of experiences with... That one exploded. With red ales. I have tried Rochester Red. And it is pretty damn good, I must say, as a base beer. There it is. It's about 1 finger head, 1.5. I'm going to say 1. The bubbles on this one are also, again, tight. There's bigger bubbles on top, more loose. They are, again, dissipating quite quickly. Tan foam. The color on this one is like a shade lighter than the last beer, which was Euphorious. That was a brown ale. This has more of a red tint, a little rosier in this glassware that we're using today. Again, very hazy, hard to see through, but you can almost see through it. So let's give it a sip, or a whiff. Again, I'm getting that bourbon barrel smell. Whiskey. But it's not as prominent as in Euphorious, the previous beer. And a little bit of sweetness in the nose. Alright, I'm going to sip it. And I also get a little bit of citrus, whiff in there. That's nice. It's different from the last one. So this is definitely different. It's obviously not a brown ale. It's a red ale. But I'm getting that same barrel flavor character in this style. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of vanilla, oak. This one's not as boozy as the last one. It's got a nice, clean and smooth mouthfeel and malt bill. Not bad, not bad. I actually let this one sit out for about 15 minutes from the fridge. So I don't know if that does anything there. There's a little bit of like tea-like flavor in there, like I don't know, black tea or rooibos or some herbal tea. And as I'm thinking here about what's going on in my mouth, I'm getting a little bit of a citrusy flavor, which is nice. I'd say this one is not as thin or as watery as the previous beer. Though I am more buzzed from the previous beer because I just recorded the previous one before this and now I'm on this one. That's why I'm wearing the same clothes. It's my day off, man. Do what I want. Do what I want. Don't front. So, as you can see, the lacing is actually different on this one from the other one. The other one had a nice clear line. Just perfect chemtrail line. This one is more of like a Morrissey, like crying person. There's little tears going down here around. So, yeah. Let's swirl a little bit. See what we can do here. See, it's kind of thin, but the foam is sticking. It's just a little dextrosy, I guess. I'd say this is nice. I actually like this one better than Euphorious. Again, nice copper age bourbon barrel flavor. You get that oak. It's not as boozy. I actually get vanilla notes in this one. There's a little tea-like flavor. Beautiful color. Not a lot of lacing. But it's nice. It's a nice beer. If you like Irish Reds, it's great. It finishes a little dry, which is nice. You know, I think that's too style for an Irish Red. There's supposed to be a dry finish there, and it does, but it's not super dry. I think it would double in the dryness because of the oak, but it's really not doing that. There's still a little moisture there, which is nice. So I'm going to rate it. I'm going to give Righteous Ale by Rochester Mills. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. It's nice. That's nice. That's a good bourbon barrel aged red ale. Go seek it out, man. Again, today's Wednesday. On Friday, October 28th, go to the production facility off of Lapira Road. Go get your 4-pack. Try it out. You won't be disappointed. It's interesting. It's nice. You know, some of these are base beers that they have, Asian bourbon barrels. Some of them are new, or, you know, ones that haven't been distributed via canning. So it's worth it to go get this, even if it is 18 bucks. Go pick it out. Go pick it up. So again, 4 out of 5 righteous. And until next time, please watch, subscribe, and imbibe. Cheers. Righteous. I feel like all these names are like things Ninja Turtles would say. Yeah, probably. Tubular.